We bring good news. Salvation is for everyone. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should have everlasting life. And the good news is whosoever meets you.
Hello everyone, Luke Skelton here from Good News TV, and I'm here to share with you a brief glimpse behind the scenes of Good News TV during the pandemic throughout 2020 and beyond. We'll be sharing a brief update about some exciting activities as well as accomplishments that have been made during this pandemic. Also, we'll be sharing projects that are ongoing, and we'll share how you can help moving forward. So let's go ahead and get started. So Good News TV has actually been broadcasting for almost 12 years now, and we're covering over 90% of the population of Arizona. This would not even be possible without your support, and we want to thank you very much. As you can see here in this image, we're actually broadcasting in 7 different communities, including Phoenix, Prescott, Payson, Flagstaff, Yuma, the Verde Valley, and Tucson. So that's just an exciting mile mark to be able to broadcast 90% of Arizona. One of the major things we've been involved with here at Good News TV during 2020 and the pandemic has been upgrading our English channel to high definition. This provides a much sharper image. You can read the text much easier. We pray that it is attracting new viewers as well as possibly cable carriers. So we are just so thankful for being able to broadcast Good News TV as indicated here in high definition. But we are also continuing to fundraise for this particular project because we also want to broadcast our Spanish channel in high definition as well. So please consider that as you're evaluating what we've been doing in 2020. In addition to upgrading our English channel to high definition, we've also launched a brand new children's channel which has been broadcasting throughout 5 of the 7 communities of Arizona throughout most of 2020. The reason that we're coming to you now is because we need to start this channel in both Phoenix and Tucson, the largest markets throughout Arizona. The reason that we're actually broadcasting and we feel just compelled that this is an important channel is because we want to reach the young families that are now spending a lot of time at home during COVID-19 so that they also can be reached for the Lord. And what better way to do that than through kids programming, because there's just not a lot of wholesome programming that's available on the TV these days. In addition to broadcasting the channel, we also want to broadcast or share local events such as Vacation Bible School, Christian schools, as well as summer camp. So please consider how you can help in this regard as well. Good News TV is now broadcasting in a variety of ways, including live streaming on the internet. You can see our channel, as mentioned here, in a variety of ways, such as on our website at mygoodnewstv.com, as well as our Spanish website, which is GNTVlatino.org. We also broadcast or we live stream on other platforms, such as Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, YouTube, as well as even on the cell phones, on Android devices today, and on iPhones in the near future. So you can actually download the app off of your phone or whatever device you're using, and you can find our logo, download it, and start watching the various channels that we have, including the English channel, the Spanish channel, and the Kids channel. We've also been connecting in the community, and this is one example, as you see here on the screen, where one of our viewers, Pete, and his team have been going throughout Yuma to hand deliver packages. Over 60 to 80,000 packages have been delivered there in the Yuma area, which include a book called Steps to Christ, as well as our bookmarks that are English on one side and Spanish on the other, and a postcard that actually shows, as noted here, health tips on coronavirus and how to increase your health or improve your immune system to prevent or minimize the impact of the disease if you get it. So these are available And we are thankful that Pete and his team have been going door to door throughout the Yuma community to deliver these. One other way that we've been helping to reach our community with a message of health is with various resources that are free offers to help build or boost our immune system. And one resource that we've been providing is a free, amazing Health Facts magazine that's just packed with all kinds of health tips to, again, help build our immune system. Another health resource that we've been providing is this DVD documentary called 8 Secrets to Ancient Health. As a result of sharing all these various resources with our community, as well as being involved in various activities throughout the pandemic, the Lord has blessed richly. And let me share with you just a taste behind the scenes of what's actually happening. One pastor, as indicated here, has actually shared with us that he and his church members have been studying with up to 5 to 6 different viewers in preparation for baptism. In addition to that, you'll notice here, this is another viewer, Diana, who just recently got baptized at the Tempe Church. This is, again, just a glimpse of the various viewers and the decisions that are being made for the Lord and changes that are happening in people's lives. I'll share with you in just a few moments one amazing, inspiring story of one of our other viewers. But let me actually share with you one more thing before I do that. First of all, I want to thank you so much for your prayers and your support of this ministry. And along the lines of support, if you haven't been a supporter up to this point, then we want to encourage you. There are a variety of ways that you can donate to Good News TV, including the offering envelope at your church. You can visit us at our website at mygoodnewstv.com, and you click on the donate button to learn of various ways you can support this ministry. Also, you can call Good News TV at 480-264-1116. Before we actually go to the story about Martha, which is another example of a life being changed through the ministry of Good News TV, I want to thank you personally for your help with this ministry. As I mentioned at the beginning, we've been broadcasting for almost 12 years now, and we couldn't do this without you. So thank you so much for your prayers and your support, both in the past and the present, and we pray that you'll consider supporting Good News TV in the future. Thank you, and God bless you.
My name is Marta Vasquez, and I am part of the church family of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. How I got here was in 2015. My husband passed away from lung cancer, so obviously the mourning process began, and I had quite a bit of questions regarding death. Being raised as a Catholic, I went to a couple of priests to get some answers because I was very uneasy about what happens after death. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the answers, not that I wanted, but that would be comforting for me. They talked about purgatory, and that even scared me a bit more. So in the midst of going through that process of mourning, one day I was flipping through the channels, and I came across Amazing Facts, and behold it, they were talking about death. So obviously it caught my eye. So I stopped and started listening to what Pastor Batchelor was saying, and it was what the answers I really needed to hear at the time. Did the pain stop? Absolutely not, but I was able to start processing my husband's death a little bit more at peace. After that, I began watching every day Pastor Doug Batchelor talk about other series, and I came across the Seventh-day Adventist Church he was talking about, and then he talked about the Sabbath, which was for me new. I had no idea with regards to that was part of the 10 Commandments. So he went through a series and I started investigating. I'm like, okay, what Christian churches have only services on the seventh day, which is the Sabbath? So I went to several Christian churches here in Yuma, and I could not find any that would do the services on a Saturday, or they would do it on a Saturday and Sunday, and it kind of was conflicting because, well, we're supposed to honor the Sabbath day, just like God asked us on the fourth commandment. So started Googling, and I said, oh goodness, I started praying, God, well, I want to be part of that family. I want to be part of that group that honors you with your commandments. So I went ahead and Googled, and sure enough, there was one here in Yuma. I was kind of, wow, surprised, because I would never have thought such a small town. So a week later, I contacted the pastor, and we scheduled something to meet, but we actually met for Sabbath day, and I stayed for the services, and since then I've been part of the church, and it's been a blessing. And it, like I said, originally the reason for me looking into that was because I had lost my husband, but it's been such a blessing to be part of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So I'm very grateful to God that He allowed me to come across that channel, and that the pastor Doug Batchelor was actually talking about death, and then he began a series about the Sabbath. So it was a blessing. My upbringing was of being a Catholic. So when I started attending the Seventh-day Adventist Church, they were talking about also what a true baptism was and what a dedication was. So there was a difference. So that being said, I asked the pastor if I could get baptized. So he said, of course. We went through a series of lessons so that I could actually understand the purpose of my baptism, and if I was ready, and if I actually wanted to accept the Lord. And sure enough, through the series of those lessons, it just confirmed what I really wanted to be part of God's family. And the fact that He gave His life for me. Just the fact, like I said, that He gave His life for me, the least I could do is acknowledge Him publicly, that He would be part of my life, and that He has made such a difference in my life. So that's how I went about the route of being baptized. I've always heard a saying as I was growing up that there's bad things, there's always something good out of a bad thing. So as painful as it was to lose my husband, something beautiful came out of it. It drew me closer to God, to the point that I'm part of His family now. So that's how. Amen to that.